the Nigerian Democratic Congress's aspirant for the Edo South senatorial race, and former All Progressives Congress chieftain, Honorable Johnson Agbonayinma, has come out to question the credibility of the NDC following the party's primary election crisis. In an exclusive interview with Channels Television's Seun Okinbaloye, Honorable Agbonayinma, while recounting his political journey and subsequent membership of the NDC, expressed disappointment at the modus operandi of the party, expressing concerns over foul play by the party leaders.
I came back from America after many years to join the party in Nigeria. We started with AC, ACN, ACD to APC, which, of course, later I moved from the APC to PDP. And from PDP, I went back to APC. I want to say this emphatically. I thought APC was bad. It's like living from fry pan to hellfire within a tickle of an eye. Less than how many months that I left. What I have seen so far
in the NDC.
In NDC.
Is that bad?
My brother, see, I am highly disappointed. When I left, I wanted to go to PDP because of one of the finest leader from our state, that Chief Danobi. And I spoke to him. We had several meetings. But I wasn't convinced. So I left to join ADC. And to join ADC, which of course, Mr. Peter Obi, His Excellency Gwagwaso was also in ADC. We had several meetings. And I discovered, I said, well, the way things are going, I think for me, I have to shift goalposts. Some of us spoke to DLA, Democratic Leadership Alliance, DLA. Of course, the chairman is a barrister, Samuel Meme. At the point, I have opportunity to reach out to my own friend, my brother, my colleagues, the former governor of Bayelsa, and the senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I placed a call. He said, E.J, come. I went and I met him. We spoke. I said, look, I'm contesting for House of Reps. He said, why House of Reps? He said, why can't you go for Senate? I'll give you the ticket for Senate.
He made that promise?
He made that promise.
Where was this?
This was
at his own...
In May, in his house.
In his residence?
Yeah.
In Guzape?
Yes, Guzape. So I said, look, let me think about it. He made this more than 4 times. My old friend, my brother, I was thinking of even calling one of my very close friends. When I contested for House of Rep, he supported me, Honorable Mighty Dwekeme. I called him. I said, come to Abuja. I wanted you to meet with Senator Seraki for the senatorial seat. So he was not forthcoming. So I spoke to another of my friend, Mr. Bibi, Sonia Gwebo. I related to him because he was contesting for Senate in ADC. And I told him, of course, Senator Sidaki Dixon said, more than 4 times I should go for Senate. I told him, I said, since you have not contested you have not won any election, just like when Senator Dixon rightly asked, his brother was there. He said, has he won any election? Has he contested before? His brother said, yes, he has contested, but he have not won. He said, EJ, come and take the Senate. I called him and I said, look, come on, take House of Rep. Let me go for Senate. I said, I've considered it, I'll go. So he agreed. He said, if not, let me give it to my brother. I'm too big for House of Rep. The following day, he called me to apologize. Look, I'm going to go for the House of Rep. I can go for Senate. Because both you understand him, my friend, the Senate, I've been to the House of Rep. It's not a new thing for me. I've been there. I've served this nation. I've been the board of directors of Nigerian Railway, Federal Commissioner, Code of Conduct Bureau, if not because of some sentiment of some greedy people, of some leader from Edo State. Mr. President issued that I should take over as acting chairman of Code of Conduct Bureau. Immediately, that memo came out, scrolling on Arise, Channels TV, TVC, AIT, NTA. One of our leaders was running from pillar to pole, trying to make sure I wasn't allowed to take over as Code of Conduct acting chairman. And unfortunately, And this is a man that I said, I call my leader. That is Senator, Adams Aliyu Shomole.
Shomole blocked your
yes, he did.
Your ambition.
Now,
and you have evidence.
Of course. Those who was
were
there.
you there when?
No, I wasn't there. Even what happened is that one of my friends, a former deputy director of NIA, National Intelligence Agency, was there. I was talking on TVC, praising comrade on national issues on TVC. I came back home. This young man came to my house. He said, my senior brother, you are very stupid. You are very silly. I said, you come to my house to insult me. He said, sit down. The man you were praising was, telling a leader not to allow, for me not to be, allowed to be the acting chairman of Kono Biru. I said, wait a minute. Is it true? Less than 2 months, I will mention the name, Dr. Matthias. Somebody took me to him. He's very close to SGF. He said, what happened? He met me at one of my auntie's house in his office. He said, you came to my house, listen to you again. Are you struggling with comrade? Are you both of you struggling with girlfriend or whatever? I said, how? That's my boss. I served him when he was governor. As one of the closest persons. He said, he came to me and he also went to CSG. He was there. He said, if they allowed me to be the acting chairman, quote and unquote, SGA will be my first casualty. That I will jail everybody. Honorable Miko from River State, in another occasion, they were discussing myself in SGA, SGF office, the PAMSEC. They are retired now. They were discussing myself. Doctor, it's late now. Karo Jubo, Dr. Karo Jubo, was there with Nico when they were discussing my matter. Nico said, this man is a fine, complete gentleman. This is the kind of person we want to be in the helm of affair of a Code of Conduct Bureau. Guess what? At the end of the day, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, I was not allowed to take over. That is not even my problem.
So that was your anger in leaving the APC? No, that's because you think that Adams Oshomole was...
No, that's not even the issue.
Blocked your opportunity?
Even the city governor, I contested for the governorship of Edo. For God, I was the leading aspirant as at that time. I was in the campaign, in the podium, when my only brought the phone crying. What is going on? I pick up the phone. My daughter was crying. What is going on? He said my second son, had been shot, killed in Houston, Texas. My dear, I didn't even know how I got home. Now, for me, is it to continue on the race? I said no. Losing my son, I don't wish anybody, but even my worst enemy. A 23 years old, a month before his graduation, PhD, the University of Houston hired him to be teaching sophomore. They were paying that young boy $3,000 a month. My son gone. I went to Houston. The chief of police said, do you have anybody or you suspect? This could be political. We've done our investigation. We discovered that you were contesting for governorship. I said, I don't know anything about that. They said, because some people have done this in other part of the United States, in other country. It happens. I said, no, I don't think so. But, Mr. Sherry, you know what? You
think that your son may have been a victim of political...
No, I don't believe that. That's the chief of police that was saying that. The circumstances, I don't believe.
But let's go back to your senatorial ambition in the NDC. Honorable Agbonayinma, how did you, because you are very angry that you lost the senatorial ticket in the NDC.
No, it's not about I lost. I never lost.
You were rigged out?
Let me tell you the story.
Honorable Agbonayinma also called out the national leader of the NDC, Senator Seriaki Dixon, over his failure to fulfill on his promises, accusing him of attempting to impose a candidate on the members of the party. He commended the All Progressives Congress for its administrative conduct, questioning the NDC's acceptance of blatant attempts to subvert party rules and the Electoral Act, which has resulted in the dissatisfaction of party aspirants across the Federation.
It was Senator Seriaki Dixon who told me, come and take Senate seat. It was Senator Siraki Dixon, the national leader of NDC, who told me, when he told me, Mr. Samuel Ogbemudia Jr., the son of the late Dr. S. Ogbemudia, the former governor of Bende.
Because of our time, we need to go straight. Because we don't really. Let's hit the nail on the head. What really happened? Did they take the ticket from you, or what happened?
Hold on. I won. I won the election.
By what?
Based on, I won a go with 529 votes. I won Ikbobaoha 697 votes. I won Oriomo 2,509 votes. Other Umode, I didn't win that. Ovia, I didn't. Ovia Northeast, Ovia Southwest. They cheated me out, no problem. Even if you calculate all the figures.
Who were you running against?
I was running, we have about 4 other aspirants. But what is appalling here is that Senator Siraki said, he never asked me, look at the nomination form that was given to me. He told the National Public Secretary, called the National Chairman or National Secretary, that I should be giving my nomination form. I should go and pay for it, which I did. He said he never asked me. Samuel Bermudia was there when he told me, we spoke on phone. He spoke to me twice on this issue.
So it's Siraki Dixon that disappointed you? Or
he disappointed me in totality.
How? Did he take away the ticket from you?
Hold on. He now said that Chief Igbe, the Yase of Benin, is sponsoring one lady who contested, who is also a contestant, an Ijo lady. And he made a statement that we know we don't like Ijo. I said, how can you say we don't like Ijo? Edo State, in my constituency, we have Igbo, we have Yoruba, we have Hausa, we have Ijos. As a matter of fact, the riverine areas, which I was the federal commissioner representing them, I bought a lot of boats in the riverine area. They have always voted for me. The Ijos. If you're talking about I don't like Ijos, Tompolo gave me huge support. He was one of those who gave me support many years ago when I was doing business in Delta. Ijo. Now, he said, he never told me, he never asked me, he denied. Now, he now told me, there's one man, BB, they call BB, I don't know him. Who is he? I said, it's one of my co-contestants. But when we had a meeting this morning, when BB was there, BB says, I have met you more than 4 times. Senator, where brought me to you? Here, my dear Shehu, I have to bury my head. That was when I stood up. He said that there's going to be an affirmation for the lady that they need a woman. I said, there is 2 issues here. The Electoral Act is very explicit and specific. You know, he said, this is the Electoral Act. 1, either by consensus or by direct primaries. For him to say that there's going to be an affirmation, so that is a breach, that is a violation of the Electoral Act. There's no such, you are a lawyer, there's no such thing, affirmation. You can't, somebody that didn't win, you want to affirm her, affirmation.
So your grievance now is that it appears that Senator Siraki Dixon, who was supporting you, who backed you, who gave you the confidence to say, go and run, go and obtain the form, at the last minute, is now backing up and supporting another person. Is that what happened?
That's what happened. Apart from that.
Now, was there anyone present when he made the promise to you? He said 4 different times he told you to go and run. Was there anybody present as a witness to the promise he made to you?
The cousin to BB, or the brother to Mr. BB, was there. If you want to be fair, he was there.
And he heard when Senator Siraki Dixon...
Yes, go and take the ticket.
I was convinced you that you should not do House of Reps, you should rather do Senate.
He convinced me.
So the allegations tonight that you're laying, which is directly on the feet of the national leader of the party, Siraki Dixon, that he's imposing candidate and he has subverted the Electoral Act. That's your allegation?
Of course. And it's a violation of the...
And what are you going to do about that?
Well, I'm going to consult with my leaders because I don't just walk alone. I have a lot of other contestants who won. They have been deprived. Today, Edo right now is agog with protest. People are angry.
Because of NDC?
Because of NDC. The way they have treated Not just only across the country.
Is that the same treatment they gave to Aisha Yusufu?
Of course. That's what. Did you see what Aisha Yusuf did at the secretariat? Did you see what she did? Because how can you? That lady was popular. She was up to the scale. She deserved it, but she was ringed out. You can't ring me out. Let me tell you, I thought I was leaving APC. Not knowing I was leaving fry pan to hellfire. Listen to me, my brother. With the little time I spent, I go there. I said, the national chairman, wonderful human being, is a former senator, Zuwuhe, Senator Cletus. You have the national secretary, Barrister Ikena. You have the national organizing secretary. You have the national publicity secretary. All of them. How can this be accepted in the 21st century? And we are blaming that APC, PDP, ADC are not the ones to take Nigeria to Eldorado. Is this how we want to change Nigeria? Mr. Shehu, is this how we want to change Nigeria? If we cannot follow the Electoral Act, for God's sake, that never said anything about formation, that is very explicit about two fundamental, Section 86, Section 87, subsection 1, 2, 3. Shehu, I will read it to you for you to see, for Nigeria to see. 86, all direct primaries shall be conducted in accordance with the guidelines of each political party. A political party, that is Section 87 now, a political party that adopts a consensus candidate shall secure the written consent of all cleared aspirants for the position, indicating their voluntary withdrawal from the race and their endorsement of the consensus candidate. Subsection 2, where a political party is unable to secure the written consent of all cleared aspirants for the purpose of a consensus candidate, it shall revert to the choice of direct primary for the nomination of candidate for the elected position. Now, subsection 3 says, a special convention or nomination Congress shall be held to ratify the choice of the consensus candidate at the designated center at the national, state, senatorial, federal, and state constituency. The day ahead to this, they asked us at the time, they wanted to do in Benin. We revoked. They wanted to do this affirmation. We stood our ground.
So have they announced the winner in your senatorial district?
My question is that,
have they announced the winner?
I won the election. Since May 29, election was conducted. May 29, Mr. Shehu and Nigerians. Today is June 5th. Why can't they announce the result? What is holding
Who is responsible to announcing the result?
So the person responsible should be the national leader, of course, because he dictates. He's the one running the show. And for me,
a one-man party?
I'm not afraid. People have been calling me, threatening me. I should stop talking. Let me tell you, I'm not afraid to die. My son died. I didn't follow him. My mother died. This country belongs to all of us. Yeah. Nigeria must be rescued. Nigeria is bleeding. Yeah. Nigeria is seeking. And we must do whatever it takes. I don't have to be a senator. I don't have to be a House of Reps. I have served Nigeria. As a former board of director of Nigerian Railway, I gave service to this nation. As a former federal commissioner, Code of Conduct Bureau, I did so much investigation. Corruption has eaten us deeply in this country. I was a former member House of Reps.
So when you said that,
record, when you saw what I did.
You said that APC, you thought APC was worse. When you say that, in terms of primary, the content of primary, is that what chased you out of the APC, that you thought it was worse, and you now met a worst situation? Is that right?
Of course, APC, administratively, they are able to, at least, not 100%, you can say you give them pass mark. PDP, what killed PDP? Because of selfishness, not selflessness. Because Wike is not, hate him or like him. His Excellency Wike, if not him, PDP would have been dead. I was in the House of Reps. He sustained PDP throughout. Single-handedly kept PDP running.
So are you going back to PDP now?
I didn't.
What are your options?
My option is still on the table. People are calling me. The party we wanted to go to, that is DLA, that is the Democratic Leadership Alliance. That is the one. Even when we were in ADC, the national leaders that left ADC to NDC, we went to NDC, we went to DLA, we reached out to them. But The young man, Barrister Samuel Meme, because he's young, but we were looking for somebody older. We all reached an agreement. But above all, they have an issue, my brother. Nigeria is bigger than us.
Give me a moment. I need to go on a break now. But when we come back, more on the state of the nation, our politics, and the 2027 after this break, everyone. Join us again. Everyone for staying with us, and welcome back to the program. Honorable Johnson Agbonayinma, a member of the NDC, aspirant of the senatorial election in Edo State, has been speaking with us. Honorable, on a final note, your party was, what would that be? Because leaving the party is not off the table. You're very angry, you're very upset. Have you been able to see Senator Saraki Dixon personally, physically?
We had a meeting this morning. That is how all this thing came about. And I said, you know what?
Was he there?
Yes.
Were you able to confront him to say?
I walked out of his house. I walked out of his room. I walked away. I said, I cannot take this. I refused to accept.
Did he tell you that you are not going to get a ticket?
The way he spoke to me, talking about affirmation, and I told him there's no such thing. That's a violation of the Electoral Act. If you do that, for you to tell me to my face, affirmation. For God's sake, we have APC, presidential, Mr. President Tinubu, GCFR. We have ADC, former Vice President, His Excellency Atiku. We have, DLA, Democratic Leadership Alliance. Of course, their presidential candidate, Dr. Emmanuel Johnson, Chukwuka, who is also my namesake. We have so many.
So what will be your party words tonight?
My party work is that Nigerians need to stand up and rise up. This fight is not about EJ. It's not personal. It is about this nation. We must change this nation for good.
All right.
What is happening today in our dear nation is not acceptable.
All right.
But if we, the youth, the men and women, if we don't rise up to defend this country, to uphold, to protect and defend our constitution, which we have always violated over the years, Nigeria belongs to all of us.
All right.
If NDC can behave this way, just less than 4 months, I don't expect anything better or greater for Nigeria. So I'm happy there are other opportunities, there are other political parties that we should look in-depthly.
But there's a candidacy of Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. Are you worried that the structure and the crisis may affect them?
Of course, it may affect them. If it can affect me, it can affect them.
But they've gotten the ticket.
He's not getting the ticket. You're talking about Aisha Yusuf, what happened? Do you think it's Mr. Gwagwaso or Obi? What has happened? I'm not going to go into that. That is their own.
Why are you Edo people having problem in NDC?
It's not only
Aisha Yusuf is Edo.
No,
you are also Edo.
No, it's not only Edo, Mr. Shehu.
It's
across the country.
Is that an Edo crisis in NDC?
No, it's not Edo crisis.
But that's just a joke.
That is not
that's just a joke.
It's an issue that have to be put to rest.
It's
a Nigerian issue. It's a Nigerian problem.
Honorable Johnson
it's across the 36 states, including FCT. So we must stand for the path of truth, and we must speak truth to power. And Nigeria belongs to all of us. NDC, you must change, because this is not the way to go.
All right. Thank you so much indeed.
Olumide Abiodun Mudashiru, reporting for PFM Global News.